True to form, even in his last days in office, Mayor Pradel is keeping his schedule busy. NCTV 17 dug deep back into our archives for a few highlights to share. Beginning last year, when Mayor Pradel sat down with Liz Spencer on Naperville Notables, explaining the twists and turns of how he decided to run for mayor.
Man, I never thought I'd be the mayor. And, you know, people in Naperville, when I said I was going to retire and be a greeter at Walmart, they had me come over to their homeowners meetings and they tried to talk me into running for mayor. And I said, I don't know anything about I'm a cop. You know, so I gave them all kinds of excuses. I said, you know, I got to ask my wife, which I knew she'd probably say yes. And I said, well, I got to go pray about it. And so they said, well, go ahead, you know, we'll give you all the time you want. But it wasn't just one group, it was a whole bunch of little groups. I think that was somehow led by somebody stronger than me. And I said, wow. And then when I ran, I thought, well, you know what's going to happen? I said, one guy has 15 years, and he's a good leader. He'll make it. And then the other guy has 10 years, and he's a good leader. He'll make it. So there'll be number 1 and 2. And there were 4 of us running.
But you had a primary.
The primary. And I said, yeah, I'll probably come in 3rd because people know my name for, you know, some reason of being a cop. And I said, the other fellow is brand new. I think maybe I can beat him. When I blew everybody out of the water, I said, now what I'm going to do, you know, I said, I don't know the first thing about being a mayor, being a politician. And I never served on any boards. I never got involved in politics as a young man. I didn't have an interest in that. You know, my father was German that came from Germany to Chicago, and you know, Chicago was full of politics, and you got your job by the fellow that was running the ward or whatever it was. So he wasn't real happy with politics. So he sort of shared that with me that, you know, politics, you owe somebody something. And so I never got a taste for it. So I never was in any young Republicans or Democrats or whatever. So I just went along just trying to please everybody, trying to make friends with everybody, trying to draw them together.
We may call him mayor, but his wife Pat calls him her soulmate.
Well, we met through his sister in Chicago, and we met on August 20th, 1959, and we got married on August 20th, 1960, exactly 1 year from the day we met. Yes.
My sister introduced me to Pat. Pat was living in LaGrange, and she was living with a couple other gals, and so my sister said, I need to introduce you to somebody. You got out of the Marine Corps and you don't have a girlfriend. I got to make sure that you have a girlfriend. So then she introduced me to Pat, and a year from the day that I met her, we got married, and it's been great.
Master of Ceremonies, Ambassador, and Cheerleader all describe the many hats Mayor Pradel has enjoyed over the years. Here are a few of our favorite mayor moments.
Away the arrows, follow the leader. When you come up to a stoplight, if it's red, you stop! Make sure you stop. Stop.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh.
party today. You guys are awesome.
At the recent State of the City address, Mayor Pradel's wife, Pat, made a special appearance. After 55 years of marriage, she summed up her husband best as a servant to the people.
When George became the mayor in 1995, he was not a politician. I never considered him a politician. Again, I considered him a servant to people because he was there to serve anyone in any way that he possibly could. The Bible states in Mark 10 that Jesus came to serve and not be served. And my husband has patterned his life after this verse. He has always stepped up to the plate to serve others. Over all of these past 55 and a half years, I have been proud of him, supported him, and loved him. And now I would like to introduce you to my husband, the love of my life, a Marine veteran, a retired police lieutenant, also known as Officer Friendly, and also doctor, now that Dr. Hammond gave him an honorary doctorate degree of laws last year from North Central College. And for the past 20 years, the man that you've known around Naperville as Mayor A. George Pradel. Thank you.